It's like we are living in paradise, and I feel like that's the best way to raise a child.
One of my firm beliefs and why I really do believe in surfing in the Philippines, because I think Filipinas are naturally watermen and women. Their power to strength ratio, their knowledge of the ocean, you can see it in the fishermen, you can see it in the communities who are based around the ocean, who live and thrive off the ocean. They understand water, they're built for success.
Yeah, having a fully international event and having the local surfers compete against the best in the world would be amazing to watch. And not only would it be great for the spectators, I think it would be a great opportunity for local Filipino surfers to compete against the world's best and see where their skills lie against other surfers from around the world.
Siargao, island of free spirits and fierce competition. In this melting pot of travelers, explorers, adventure seekers, and wave chasers, surfing is not just a sport, it is an invitation. Come back to the waves of this beautiful island on this special episode of Homestretch.
Masaya, I love it. She's growing, enjoying the ocean, loving the surf. It's a dream of mine, both.
That's our number one thing. Ellie, when she was a kid, my firstborn, when she was a kid, loved to surf. Lilo and Koa, they also love surfing, but it's their choice to surf. So it's really cool that Lilo wants to go every day, and she's the one who's asking her Papa, there's a competition, I want to join. So it's all them. We do not force them or make them do things if they don't want to. And that's why we're extra happy that, they have the same love for the sport that both me and Philmar loves. What I love about racing Lilo here on the island is just the fact that they get to spend their childhood outside in the ocean, or just like are surrounded by nature. It's like we are living in paradise, and I feel like that's the best way to raise a child.
Yes, kasi she's already loving it. Enjoy na siya, and then talagang gusto niyang mag-comp. So for me talagang, I think
Doon na papunta.
Papunta na doon, then I am here all the way. Take good care of her lang, then be there for her always. Spend a lot of time with her. I spend a lot of time from 4 a.m. to until 9 p.m. I am a very strict coach, but I do it the right way. Siyempre, anak ko yan, and then ginagawa ko lang yung tama. Kailangan intindihin mo rin siya. Hindi kailangang i-push ng sobra, kasi pag sobra na, and then she will not enjoy it, hindi niya kakayanin or hindi niya gugustuhan, then ang susunod niyan is ayoko na. Kailangan mag-enjoy lang siya.
Yeah. We are just teaching her that when you want to achieve something, or when you want to achieve great things, there's discipline that that Philmar wants to instill in Lilo, but without taking away the joy that she feels whenever she serves. Hindi yung parang pinipilit na.
Before mag-surf in the water, after surf, merong kaming sariling training na kaming dalawa lang before na, pero
And then when she doesn't feel like surfing, he's okay. Like, it's okay.
we go
You
to
don't
the
have to
beach,
surf if
we
you
play,
don't.
swim.
Fast learner. Fast learner.
Very fast. Yes, sobrang dali.
Oh, he's also my coach. He's the coach of our entire family, actually. He's, when it comes to surfing, syempre, lahat ng knowledge na meron kami, lahat ng skill set na meron kami, sa kanya galing yon. But also, yung discipline na meron kami to get better, sa kanya rin, siya rin yung nag-instill nun sa amin. So, parang me and Lilo are sort of the same, except nag-start lang ako ng mas adult. So, masasabi ko na very headstrong, and like, he wants us to believe that we can achieve greatness. Hindi pwede sa kanya yung pwede na to. And that's one thing that it can be difficult, di ba? It can be challenging. Sometimes I see Lilo na parang, ay, alam ko yung nafe-feel niya in this moment. But I don't meddle in a way that I know that it's for her. That she's going to thank Papa in the end for it. My hope for my children, especially for Lilo, is that as she takes on, this dream of hers to become a surfing champion, I hope that she does it with her whole heart and that she does it happily.
Yeah, to give them a happy life lang. That's my dream, pa. Like, now, ginagawa ko kung anong dapat, kung lahat na para sa paglaki nila, mabigay ko kung anong gusto at na meron ako. Yan, mapasaya ko sila.
Me. 10 months. Playing and surfing. Because I love the coral and the ocean. Also the fish.
Red needs a 637. However,
So an event this size obviously comes with so much groundwork, so much happening in the back scenes and the lead up to an event like this. Having a partner like, I guess our biggest local partner is the Philippine Sports Commission. Having their drive behind us has made this exponentially easier and also takes it into a place of growth, which sort of brings the sport of surfing and this particular event into a new sort of season where I think we have more people looking at the event, more people understanding surfing through their social medias and stuff like that. So our goal is to help build the industry here, and having a local partner of the Philippine Sports Commission behind us helps expand the sport and grow it into this exciting new place. If we get into more close local partners, the LGU, the province, having their input also, it almost guarantees a successful event because we have all the auxiliaries, services, Coast Guard, Fire Department were out there doing water rescue. We had RHU, the health unit. Just having those assurities gives insurance to the athletes that they're going to be well protected, insurance to the international partners like the WSL that there's not going to be a situation that's not either covered, thought of, or going to be okay if it arises. Other local partners like the surf crew, CISA, the Siargao Island Surfers Association, they bring local knowledge, local experience and that local flavour of the culture into the international team of the WSL, who then get a chance to bond, connect and also get a sort of a taste of the Philippines and the people just with this 10-day pretty intensive event window. But having all these elements come together is sort of what we value. And other things like local businesses. Kudo Surf was one of our partners this year. They're a local surf brand. They put in and helped us with the banners, everything like that. And that for me shows local industry supporting local industry. Siargao was built on the back of surfing, and having partners like the surf brands, the local hotels like Namari, it brings a complete picture. It's like a holistic approach where every step, every partner, every group, whether they be national level PSC down to local surf association, working together for the common good of this beautiful sport that helps Siargao thrive. Okay, so I don't really believe in luck. It really is where opportunity meets preparation. And the group that we have, we very carefully go through every element of this event. Months before, we're lining up the surf forecast, we're looking at weather patterns, we're talking already about flights for international crews. I guess just the coordination part of it is where we really strive and thrive. There's things in the back play like finances and all that sort of stuff. It's not what we want to worry about when we're getting into the nitty-gritty part of a surf event. So for me, it's 100% preparation, and it's not so much the preparation the day before or the week before, it's the preparation the months before that nobody sees, and I'm grateful that we have a great team, great partners, and a great community behind us, and that's where the hard work's done. The success is just a showcase of all those hours, of all those people, and of all that commitment. Time and industry is the key to success. One of my firm beliefs, and why I really do believe in surfing in the Philippines, because I think Filipinas are naturally watermen and women. Their power to strength ratio, their knowledge of the ocean, you can see it in the fishermen, you can see it in the communities who are based around the ocean, who live and thrive off the ocean. They understand water, they're built for success, strong men, strong women in sometimes compact little packages, but it sort of makes sense when you see someone like Marimar or JR Esquivel or Noah Arkfeld out there in the water. You can see that there's a rhythm, there's an understanding that will work. How do we get better? It's investment in the sport. It's not just financially, it's getting the kids out there, interested, surfing. Most of these kids that surf today started on broken boards. Once we get to the point of industry growth where they're starting on custom sized surfboards for their height, for their ability, then we're going to start seeing results. UPSA runs a national tour, which is the National Association for the Sport of Surfing. They run national competition, which helps drive the level up in synergy with the WSL, this professional event that brings in all these surfers from all these other countries, which benchmarks the level of where we're at. And then UPSA will send the athletes to El Salvador for the ISA World Champions. And that doesn't just benchmark individual skills, it also benchmarks the country of the Philippines in the level of surfing. Our longboarders are currently 4th in that level, and also JR individually is 4th or currently 5th on the WSL World Longboard Tour. We've had breakthrough performances like John Mark Takong, who made it to the Challenger level series, which shows at this young infant stage of surfing in the Philippines, we've already broken through to those high ranks. It's just now getting that to filter into the next generation. For me, it's not the standard, it can happen overnight thing. This is a long-term growth project that I do believe 100% Filipinos can shine in across all boards, shortboard, longboard, men's and women's and juniors. Long-term goal for surfing is just growth. It's simple, it's needs to be possibly aggressive growth, but sometimes things don't go the way to plan, so we'll do slow growth. I've had many conversations just from this event here of people wanting an event in Caloocan or over in Diet. In other regions, the Philippines has so many opportunities to surf. Once again, UPSA has its role. They're doing grassroots programs, getting kids interested. The Philippine Sports Commission also has interest in grassroots program. It's 3rd generation, 4th generation, 5th generation stuff is where this will be a sport that I think everyone hopefully in the Philippines knows about. That people are taking regular trips from Manila out to Belair, out to Lanuza, over to Palawan, over here to Siargao, just for their weekends to surf and enjoy the sport and the community and the healthy lifestyle that comes with surfing. But growth is the key, continuing to push this sport, not just let it fall away, die in the corner. We are an Olympic sport now, and we are for the next probably 8 years guaranteed. The next 2 Olympic cycles we are in, and we don't know yet after that where it will be, but usually once a sport gets in like that, it may transition to wave pools, and I think the sport of surfing is safe in the Olympics for the foreseeable future, which means individual pride, country pride, and everybody has a bit more funding to push this thing forward. So I think finance and community development and responsible tourism is where surfing needs to go. And I think we're on the cusp of something great in the Philippines. So the sport of surfing versus the lifestyle of surfing, there's a part of surfing where you might just go and have a bit of fun. This had a reputation of being included with beers, party, the lifestyle, and you can come to tourism places and see the party lifestyle that's followed that, built off the back of the reputation of the surfers. Something's happened in the world. I don't know if it's since we got included in the Olympics, but there's now a sporting aspect, an athlete aspect of surfing, and that's what we want to start representing to the community, that it's not necessarily about the beer, it's about the condition of your body, it's about longevity. This sport keeps you active into your 70s, 80s. We have a Cloud9, a few 60-year-olds that they're the guys I look up to because they can still move around, they can still surf, they're still healthy and they're still active, and it comes down to surfing. And that's the stuff where, being a father myself, why do I want to keep surfing? Because I want to be there with my children when I'm 80. I want to see my grandchildren, potentially great-grandchildren. And a vehicle like surfing promotes a healthy lifestyle. And that's where we want people to understand it's not about the drinking and the party. It's about the healthy living, the enjoyment of creation that's before us. And it's taking part in an activity that's unlike any other. So one of my things about responsible tourism, it's a lot about respecting cultures where you are, traditions where you are. A lot of the places in the Philippines are culturally a bit more modest in approach, and then some surfers might show up in certain bikinis and things like that. And it's not a dangerous place in the Philippines, but it can make some people uncomfortable and things like that. And these, for me, are the small steps that make up the bigger picture. Resorts coming in and overdeveloping a certain area without respecting the natural landscapes and the natural people around, making sure they're not bringing in too much foreign investment, they're leaving opportunity for local investment, that they're not employing from towns around the region, they're focusing on that particular region. For me, it's controlled of the governments and stuff to make sure that their town is looking after their town first, to make sure that while this brilliant new resort's being built, that they're hiring the local labour, that the family beside them isn't going to be going without food or suffering in any way, shape or form because of that. And even that there's a lot of generational passed down in the Philippines, might be land or anything like that. Just making sure that everybody's involved in the discussion of the land purchases. There's so much multi-levels that you can see when it's done bad causes so much trouble, and it's more detrimental than beneficial to a community because it can cause fights and everything like that. And then also need to get into trash management, keeping that place as pristine and beautiful as it is, and not exploiting, I guess is the key word. Nothing should be exploited. Discovered, growth, they're not scary terms, but a lot of people hold back from them because of that exploitation. So responsible growth, slow growth, natural growth is probably the best way to do it without overreaching.
The growth of surfing in the Asia-Pacific region has been enormous in the last 2 to 3 years. We have 8 QS 6000s event globally and 6 are in Asia. And we're seeing a huge uptick in participation from so many different countries in the Asia-Pacific region, countries like China and Indonesia, Taiwan, and of course the Philippines are really showcasing not only like the great waves in Asia, but just great destinations. Yeah, for sure. Each Asia country has its own special things about it, but the Philippines, I know for myself, as well as all the athletes and staff, is one of the favourite destinations to visit for these events. The people are so warm and friendly and welcoming. The food's great, the weather's amazing, and of course the waves are just world class. So it's definitely one of the places that the athletes love to come. And dealing with the Philippines has been amazing. Like, everyone has the same goal and everyone just wants the best for Philippine surfing, and dealing with local governments and the sports commission has been so easy and just made these events so good to run. And I think you can see firsthand how much growth and worldwide coverage these events get. So yeah, we love coming back to the Philippines, and yeah, look forward to doing bigger and better events in the upcoming years. There's a huge demand for bigger events, and all surfers want to do these events in the best possible ways, and the Philippines ticks that box for sure. Like, this wave here at Cloud9 is world class, and if we did expand this to a fully international event, I'm sure all the athletes around the world would be so happy to come here and compete. For sure, like there's some absolute raw talent here in the Philippines, and there's some amazing surfers, and what JR's doing on the World Longboard Tour is amazing, and I think he's sitting at 8th position in the world right now, and he'll be traveling to El Salvador next week to compete for a world title. And then we've got surfers like Marimar in the shortboard, who's won this event here at Cloud9 4 times, and he's amazing to watch here. Like, not many people have that just natural ability to always find the best waves, and watching him out here is so magical, and he could beat anyone out here on his day. And yeah, having a fully international event and having the local surfers compete against the best in the world would be amazing to watch. And not only would it be great for the spectators, I think it would be a great opportunity for local Filipino surfers to compete against the world's best and see where their skills lie against other surfers from around the world. And yeah, on everyone's day here, the locals, have a natural instinct with the place and know what the waves are the best ones. And yeah, I'd love to watch Marimar surf against some of the world's best out here. I think the Philippines as a surfing nation is still in its infancy compared to countries like Australia and America, who've been surfing and competing for decades. In terms of leveling up and taking that next step for Filipino surfers, I think a bit could be done in training and coaching, and maybe funding for allowing Filipino surfers to compete across the world a little bit more and hone their skills in all different types of waves. The Philippines is sort of known for like reef breaks and hollow and good waves, but there's events in all types of waves like beach breaks and long point breaks and stuff like that. So I think there's a few different ways to level up, and yeah, I think hosting events in your home country and bringing other athletes from around the world, these athletes get to see what the world's best are doing, and can take some learnings from that and put it in towards their own surfing. But yeah, I think if if some of these athletes could to travel the world a little bit more and surf other ways, that they would see how people do it in other places around the world.
Surfing is one of the best expressions of what sports tourism can achieve. In Siargao, it brings together people and place, discovery and discipline. When local communities meet global travelers, young athletes find new dreams and are connected to new opportunities. Surfing and the culture that surrounds it is a great reminder that sports is not confined to courts and arenas. It lives in our landscapes, our culture, and our stories. This is the power of sport when it moves beyond competition, when it connects, sustains, and inspires. This is Pato Gregorio, and this has been another episode of Homestretch.